Hey YouTube. Well, I haven't done one of these in a while, but this is definitely a story which demands to be told. This is story time. Some of y'all remember last week I came on here bitching and complaining because my phone had died, right? So my phone, which is a Samsung, which is the last few phones I've had, they're all Android, don't laugh. But yes, I have Metro Samsung phone, right? Phone died all of a sudden. So I said, let me go and get myself a battery. I don't like riding these buses, and since Corona started, I haven't been on them. I don't have a car, and there's no Metro real close, right? So I get my ass on a bus. I go down to Metro. I know I've said this a couple of days ago, but this is definitely going somewhere. I go down to Metro, and I tell them I need a new battery for this phone. I said, I've only had the phone about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and it suddenly died, right? So the woman, the young girl who told me that, oh no, they no longer sell batteries at Metro PCS. I said, well, what am I supposed to do? Let me throw the phone away? She said, you can go to Best Buy, someplace like that. So I walked my black ass all the way to Best Buy, which is something like maybe 6 blocks, something like that, in the hot sun. So I walked there for 6 blocks in the hot sun, and I asked the man at the desk there at Best Buy, because they got rules and regulations. You can't come in without a mask and whatever. I went right to the front desk and asked him. He said, oh, the batteries are over there. The phones are over there. I asked the salesperson, can I get a battery for this phone? He says, oh, no, we don't sell batteries anymore. In fact, we don't even sell Metro PCS phones either. I said, well, I want another Metro phone. I'm not paying more than $60 a month for a phone, period. I don't do enough with them, right? I said, okay, let me walk my black ass back over to 6 blocks in the hot sun. About 90 degrees that day. I go back to Metro PCS. I said, listen, they don't sell the battery. You don't sell the battery. I don't know how you people have all these phones here, and there's not even one battery in this place. I said, listen, if I get a phone, can you transfer my information over? Oh, no, we can't do that. You have, because the phone is dead. So we can't charge it up in order to, we can't charge it up to get the information to transfer it, right? I said, okay, listen, I have business. I need to have a phone. What's the cheapest phone you have in there, right? First, you showed me some other one with kickbacks and all that shit. But basically, they come up with this. I don't even think this phone has a name to it. It's a T-Mobile phone. I guess T-Mobile makes phones now, because they're all the same company now, right? So I got this. See how it went off? Wait a minute, start again. So this is a problem with adjustments and things like that. It'll sit like that and then it'll go off. The screen will go dead, whatever. So I haven't got all this stuff figured out on this phone even yet, right? But at least I had a phone. No pictures, no videos, no contacts, nothing inside the phone, because I couldn't turn the other one on, right? Now you would think that this person who works at this place that sells phones would have access. She says, oh, I plugged it up. Nothing happened. It's still dead. Okay. This morning, so I got that phone, right? Right on the receipt, no refunds. Unless it's mechanical, the phone don't work. After I get the phone for a couple of days, I realized, well, damn, most of the time when I'm listening to it, to YouTube on there, I'm getting a round circle. So it's not getting reception. Almost everywhere, every few seconds it goes out again, right? I said, well, maybe I just haven't gotten the settings on this thing figured out right or whatever. Maybe it's a decent phone. I don't know. But I was not satisfied with this phone. This is a no-name phone. I don't think it even has a name. What's the name of it? You got to put all this shit in here, codes and all this stuff. It's called... This phone don't even have a name, I don't think. It's just T-Mobile phone. Anyway, today I was about to contact one of my relatives and ask them to send me all the phone numbers of every relative so I can put it back in my, not that I have a whole lot in my phone, but the key people, I can't even contact them to let them know that my phone no longer works and I don't have your phone number. So I can only I can do is wait for you to call me. Same goes with my friends, right? So I said, wait a minute. I remember a long time ago having a Samsung phone, and I took the battery out and then I put it back in. So I said, let me try that to make sure before I have these people calling me and stuff. I don't feel like being bothered, really. So I take the back off, I take the battery out. These new phones, you can't even take the battery out. See, it's all a scam. Now they want you to buy a phone. See, that happens the whole thing. I figured it was just a scam. They want you to buy a new phone every time you come in every year or so, couple of years. Anyway, I said, let me try this, to take this battery out and put it back in. Just to see if I can get the thing to light up long enough for me to copy my numbers out of this old phone, the old Samsung phone, and put in this new one, right? So I took it, and I put the new battery in. I took the battery out of the old phone. I replaced it, and then I said, no. See, I remember that many people in my chat, this is all this spitting today. Many people in my chat were telling me, oh, don't trust the lines. Don't trust the cords. Plug it up somewhere else and all this kind of stuff, right? And I said, well, the girl plugged it up in Metro and nothing happened, so why should I believe that something would happen here? This young girl was incompetent, and she could go there and cuss her out, but she is a young girl, so we're not going to go there. But it seems to me, if you're in the phone business, you should know these things. She should have known that she could have taken the battery out and put it back in, and more than likely the phone would have worked, because that's just what happened this morning. So now I have my old phone, which is working just fine. The Metro PCS phone, who doesn't have the circle going on, doesn't have the bad reception issues, has all my information in there, has all my videos in there, all my pictures in there. I now have that phone, and I see that it was indeed the cord, because what I did was I plugged it into another cord that I use for my headphones, and it came right on. So now I'm stuck with my old phone. It works fine, apparently. I mean, we don't know. It could be the phone is starting to slip anyway. But as I recall, when I took the battery out and put it again, it did continue to work. So apparently all the cords that I was using by my bed, both of the ones that I used for this phone were dead. The cords weren't working. So now I got my old phone, which no longer works because they had to disable this phone to connect this phone, right? So I should have just got another Samsung phone. It's about $120. I should have just got $100, but I said, no, give me the cheapest one you got. So this phone is $80. So now I got this $80 phone, which has it works now as my telephone, but it is clearly a inferior phone to my old phone. So let me ask you guys, what would you do? Should I keep on using this new phone and try to figure out if I can make it where it's, I guess the settings are off or something? I don't know. Should I keep this phone, or should I go back to Metro PCS and tell them, even though they said this phone is not refundable, you cannot get a refund on this phone, right? So that's $80 out of pocket. Should I go and have them rehook my old phone number back up again, and then I'm just totally out of the $80 I paid for this phone? I mean, that's just dead money. I can just put this in a drawer some damn where. It's no good to me because this phone works perfectly. Which should it be? The new phone? I haven't figured out that it's because a lot of phones, this phone was having problems with this bad reception as well. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Should I keep the new phone activated, or should I go and reactivate the old phone since there was never a problem with it before the moment that it clicked off? I don't know, but I think I'll bring this to you guys since you gave me such good advice before, and unfortunately, I presented it to you after I had already bought this new phone. This is a real dilemma. It's confusing to me. Because what if I go back and get the old phone and realize, oh, okay, it did come back on or whatever, but this phone has still got issues. Although they all seem to say you can go online and buy a new battery online, but only online. Maybe I'll be out another $20. $20 sounds a whole lot better. But what am I going to do about this phone, though? Which I just bought 3-4 days ago. It is a dilemma, and that is my story time, people. Feel free to give me what you would do in the comments. Good morning, people. I don't know if I should be happy or pissed off. Either way, it looks like I'm either out $80 or $20. And I would hope they don't have the nerve to ask me for some kind of reactivation for this phone, because they should have been able to tell me the issue with this phone. They sell phones. They're in the phone business. They don't have a goddamn, they don't even know to take the battery out and put it back in and plug the cord in, that it should work enough to get the information out of. Whatever. We're going to figure this out. Long as they don't try to ask me for more money to reactivate this phone that they deactivated because they didn't have the proper information about how to handle this first phone. We'll see. But I will definitely take your suggestions under consideration, since you called it right once again. Okay? Let me know what you think.